So this video is sponsored by Electronic Arts. So what is going on, guys? Welcome to Command & Conquer Rivals. This is the first video I've made on my channel, but I've actually been playing this game a lot in my free time. I actually went to EA Play to check out this game, talk to the developers, and give my overall opinion, and I absolutely love this game. So the game is only available in a few certain countries at the moment. It's in soft launch, but if you do want to keep up to date with everything Command & Conquer Rival related, I'll leave the link to their official Twitter down in the description. However, if you clicked on this video because you do play Command & Conquer Rivals, you'll be pleased to know that there are 2 new units coming to the game very soon. For the GDI, we're going to be getting the Shockwave Trooper. This is a rare infantry that costs 40 Tiberium. It's strong against infantry units and also enemy structures, and you can get it from the barracks. The description of this unit says Shockwave Troopers are elite GDI ground troops and with miniaturized disruptor technology. Although less powerful than the Disruptor, the Shockwave Trooper's lower cost and ability to be deployed from the barracks has made them a staple among GDI infantry forces. So I really like this unit, especially early on in the game. If the enemy's going to be sending in a lot of infantry units, the Shockwave Trooper should be able to clean them up fairly easily. So a prime example of what I just mentioned is on screen right now. You can see the enemy beat us to the central control point with a bunch of riflemen, but don't worry, we've got the Shockwave Trooper that easily takes them out, and as the enemy sends in a second force of riflemen, we clear those up as well. We do send in a second bunch of the Shockwave Troopers to just cover any more enemy riflemen that come in, but the enemy knows what we're doing, so sends in a Rhino, which is the cheapest vehicle you can get in the GDI side. However, Shockwave Troopers are not very effective against them, and the Rhino, considering it is the cheapest vehicle, actually takes out both of these units. Now, of course, Rhinos are effective against infantry units, but you can just see the difference between how much damage the Shockwave Troopers does to vehicles. It may be very powerful against infantry units, but unfortunately, it is not so good against vehicles. Also, considering that a Shockwave Trooper is only 40 Tiberium, it can actually take out a Zone Trooper in a 1 versus 1 situation. Now, of course, Zone Troopers cost a lot more Tiberium and are not very effective against ground troops, but I think a Shockwave Trooper only costing 40 Tiberium, being able to take out a Zone Trooper is very, very good. Another elite unit that Shockwave Troopers are very good at taking out is Cyborgs, so if you do have a lot of vehicles on the feed and the Cyborgs are going to be a good counter, send in your Shockwave Troopers and you should be able to clear them out very easily. Another downside to the Shockwave Troopers though is that they cannot attack air infantry, so you do have to keep that in mind. I would definitely recommend using a few Shockwave Troopers surrounded by vehicles that can tackle other vehicles and also the air troops, and just leave your Shockwave Troopers for the Zone Troopers, the Cyborgs, and other ground troops as well. And one final thing to remember about the Shockwave Troopers is they are strong against enemy structures. This not only is the enemy base, but it also includes abilities like Kane's Obelisk of Light. Make sure you utilize the extra damage that the Shockwave Troopers do to structures to gain an advantage on your opponent. Moving over to the Nod, we have the Tick Tank. This is an epic vehicle which costs 80 Tiberium. It's strong against other vehicles and has a very unique ability where when it's not moving, it entrenches itself into the ground and reduces the damage taken by 75%. Currently on screen, the description still remains at 50%, but the developers didn't actually change the description in time for the build that I was playing on, so I do want to confirm that the damage reduction taken is 75%. It can, however, still attack while moving. It's just going to take a lot more damage. The description says the Tick Tank is a Nod battle tank specialized for defensive operations. The Tick Tank's unique Baryshnikov dual-drive tread system allows for both high-speed transit and the ability to entrench into the ground, heavily reducing the amount of damage taken from incoming enemy fire. So this unit is going to be used to control points. It's not going to be used to push the enemy back, it's going to be used to slow down the enemy from taking your control point. So if you take a look on screen right now, the Tick Tank has just made its way to the control point and has entrenched itself into the ground. The enemy sent forward a Predator tank, which are usually very effective against other vehicles, and considering the Predator tank has a lot more health, usually the Predator tank would win this battle. However, with the 75% less damage taken, the Tick Tank is actually able to take out the Predator tank and therefore keeps control of the control point. However, if we take a look at another situation where the Tick Tank is not entrenched into the ground, a group of attack bikes are attacking the Tick Tank before it's been able to secure itself in the ground, and you can see just how much damage it takes. One attack from the attack bikes has taken away half the Tick Tank's health. So you can clearly see the Tick Tank, while moving, is very, very weak. You want to make sure it's entrenched into the ground before it engages combat, otherwise it's going to be taken out very, very quickly. The Tick Tank's biggest threat is air units, and the reason for that is it cannot attack them. And there are a lot of air units in the game that are very effective against vehicles. So make sure, if you are using Tick Tanks, you have some anti-aircraft units right beside it, so you can take out those aircraft units very quickly and not take too much damage, and therefore keep control of the point. So those are the two new units we do have coming to Command & Conquer Rivals. They definitely have their own specific roles, which are very useful to use, so let me know what you think about these new units in the comment section down below, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video.